Ah, fuck. That shit hurt. What the fuck is this? Ah, the fuck did that get in there? There's nothing that people love more than decks, 2 decks. So today I'm going to show you a trick with 2 decks, trying to jam it in the same hole here. It's a crazy card trick. I'm sure you'd recognize it as a variation of something that I've already done in the channel, but it's a good variation. Sometimes variation is good. Sometimes you want to spice it up. You want to bring in 2 decks, your special normal white deck and your typical bigger black deck. You want to bring in to spice up the relationship, because it's honestly getting boring. So you have the spectator pick any one of these decks that they want. Let's say they go for these warrior horse playing cards, just because they saw that review on the channel and they're like, man, you know what, I really want to use that deck. So you go, okay, you know what, you could take this deck out if you want. So you see there's nothing wrong with this deck. It's a perfectly ordinary deck, apart from the awful fucking font decisions that the Bicycle card company made. But you tell them that in a moment what they are going to do is that they're going to put the deck behind their back and they're going to reach in to any card they want. They're going to turn this card over and then give the deck a cut. You do this in front of them so they're aware of the instructions, because you know many times spectators don't understand instructions. Maybe they're not in the right frame of mind when you show them a card trick, or when they decide for you to allow them to show a card trick. So you do this with the other deck. So the spectator does this with one deck and you do this with the other deck to see if there's some sort of synchronicity. But unfortunately, because there's nobody else here with me, I'm going to have to play the role of both the magician and the spectator here. So this will be the spectator's deck. So they take this behind their back. You know, whatever fiddling they might do in this case, you ignore it, because, you know, honestly, it's disgusting at this point. And they bring the deck out, and that's the first deck. And then I'm doing this with this deck. You know, I come in there and then I fucking fiddle around as hard as I can. And then finally I do the instruction of, okay, getting a card, cutting it in the middle, and we're ready. So at this point, you tell the spectator, you know, to make sure that we're not going to cheat, you hold my deck and I'll hold your deck. Yeah. Like in middle school when you were experimenting with your friend David in the bathroom, right? Yeah, so let's let me spread through here and see the card that you happen to cut to here. The six of diamonds. That's great. That's a great choice you made, sir. And if you spread through my deck, I want you to see that you oh, I also turned over the 6 of diamonds in my deck. A coincidence that will no doubt be put down in the annals of history as a miracle by any biblical standard. Oh, wait, sir, because this is actually more impressive than you think, because not only did we manage to match each other in terms of synchronicity, but we also managed to warp reality here, because you see, you turned over a card from this deck and I turned over a card from this deck in this deck, and I really don't know where else to go from here but to say I think we should make love on top of a fireplace right now. And then after a bout of intense lovemaking to the sounds of Lionel Richie, you explain the trick to them, and they go on and make love to other people. So I'll do the same to you guys in hopes that one day we could make sweet love. So this is a hot one by any standard here. It's a combination of a couple ideas that I've already put in the channel here. So first thing you need is 2 decks, and you need to set them up in a very particular way. You grab the card here, a 6 of diamonds and a 6 of diamonds, and you switch it. And then you're going to put this 6 on the second from the bottom of this deck, and then this is put somewhere, anywhere you want. And then you do the same with this deck. You put it in the middle, and then you put this on top, and then you put this in the box, and you're ready to procreate. So you have the spectator pick any deck they want, and it doesn't matter because they're both the same. They're both set the same way here. So you, for the sake of explanation, let's say that the spectator picks this deck right here. You go, okay, that's great. Let me illustrate what I want you to do, sir. Of course, taking this out and then explaining to them that in a moment they're going to put these cards behind their back. They're going to reach in anywhere they want in the middle, turn this card face up, and give the deck a cut, just like that. They're going to do this behind their back so nobody could see what they're doing here. So you make this explanation very clear in front of them, because behind their back, you don't want them fiddling around too hard. So you use this deck as an explanation deck, and you're also going to be using this deck to, you know, show them that you matched and there's synchronicity here. So this is going to be your deck. So the spectator gets their deck, and they do this. They grab whatever card they want from the middle, they turn it face up, and they cut it. But, oh, clever PigCake here coming at you. You notice what happens when you cut the deck is that when you spread, you see that the first card that's going to show up is the actual card, the force card here. And if you spread one more, that's actually the card they turned over. Oh man, clever enough to smash all the buttons here. So you see the that card is covered. So if you want, once you get to this point where you've done the same with this deck, all you're doing, by the way, with your deck is giving the deck a cut. You're not taking a card out. You're not doing anything. You're just giving it a cut, because that centralizes that 6 of diamonds and makes it ready to be revealed. So once your spectator is done with this this process here, all that needs to happen is you take their deck, they take your deck. So you spread their deck very carefully, as to not spread off too much. So you're spreading them off singly until you get to their card. And now you know you could spread off one more card and you'll be safe. Now, if you are a ballsy type here, what you could do is a block push off here. So you're pushing off just a block of cards and spreading the rest of them to show just the cleanliness of the deck here. You want to make sure that you don't spread the next card, because then it will be a second card reveal, and that's not the trick here. So you spread, you outjog the 6. They spread, they outjog their 6, and then not only do you have the cards matching, but you also have the cards swapping. They found your card in their deck, you found their card in my deck, and it's like it's a happy miracle that could lead to lots of babies going everywhere. So it's a good trick. You don't have to do with the card back swap at the end, but it does add an extra kicker to people that love that sort of stuff. So that's a good hot version of this classic do as I do matching trick. And you're actually left with this card over here face up. So hot little bonus here, that you do is if you happen to take a little peeksies at this card while everyone's, you know, getting excited, what you could do is cut this card to the bottom and then have the spectator repeat the process. All you got to do is find a matching card. In this case, is the King of Hearts. Pull that to the top. That's the card you cut, and you're ready to repeat the trick. So you've pretty much, if they say, do it again, all you got to do is just peek at that card while, you know, you're cleaning up, or while they're still recovering from the punch, and you cut that to the bottom, take a little peek, make sure to call the corresponding card in this deck, repeat the actions, and now you have another matching card here with pretty much very little effort. So you could repeat the trick again, and no one's the wiser. I would suggest stopping it there. You don't want to keep repeating it, even though you could by doing the same potential method here. But it's still a hot one that you could definitely do for all your friends and family. So you practice it. You do all the things that people usually do when it comes to things on YouTube. You know, they tend to smash buttons and hit subscribe, and they also tend to check out links that the magician puts in the description. You know, they do all that sort of stuff because even though the person doing the tutorial is an absolute cunt, they still enjoy the content, and they're still, you know, enjoying the fact that they're providing them with quality magic for the community. And pretty much they also want to sit on their penis if they ever do decide to meet them. So those are all things that you should do. I'm gonna go find different ways to shill my content and not feel like my mom. When I see you again, 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 when I see you again.